been a difficult year for the Royal Gibraltar Police. Quite apart from the difficulties and challenges hanging over the force, it has been operating at -30 capacity. This intake takes the force halfway there. But it's not a quick fix. The new officers will have to spend some time learning the ropes and being mentored by other senior officers.
They'll be operational with their response teams in the next week, because they do have a couple of days on annual leave. And then there'll be a second phase, which is a tutorship phase. So they are tutored with an experienced police officer for the next couple of weeks, up to 10 weeks. And then if we're satisfied, they get signed off for independent patrol. Obviously, having 16 police officers now joining response team will obviously boost those numbers and create obviously some resilience. We currently have another recruit school going on with 11 recruits. I mentioned there's 5 females in that recruit, as the Commissioner did mention in his speech. They should be finishing off in August, and we've actually started recruitment again now, last week or two, to commence in July, and that recruit school will finish in December. So we'll be looking at by the end of the year to have a sufficient increase in the intake of police officers to complement obviously our organisation.
The police aspires to provide greater opportunities for diversity and inclusivity, but this particular intake only has one woman among the ranks. The next intake, however, should ameliorate matters somewhat.
Obviously, we want more females to apply because it does create that diverse thinking, different approach, and obviously we're trying to increase female numbers.
Interestingly, a large part of the intake comes from a forces background, including 2 who were marked for distinction.
So I've just left the Marines, and it felt important to me to carry on public service. It's a disciplined body, and I just want to carry on with that. I fell in love with Gibraltar a long time ago within my career within the Marines, and I just want to return something back to the community, and carry that on.
Ever since I was a young kid, I've always wanted to be a police officer, serving the community, stuff like that. And then since serving in the Royal Navy, I come to Gibraltar, met the locals in Gib, fell in love with Gibraltar, and I want to serve the community of Gibraltar now.
The new ranks were inspected by the Governor, Sir David Steele, the last time he'll be performing this role before he leaves in May. A special thanks was reserved for him by the Commissioner, Richard Alger, who described him as a friend to the force.